Welcome, folks, to the bait shop. Buck here. Another Saturday night. We're going to be chatting a little bit about what's in the news because we do have some news this week. Finally. How is everybody? Hopefully good. Make sure I got my chat running. All right, we do. Down a little bit up so I can actually think. Well, we're off to Emerald this week. That's next in line where we're headed. However, before we get there, let's talk a little bit about what's in the news. There we are. That's a little better. Live bait fiesta. That's what's in the news. Starting Monday, we got get your mouse over there, Buck. Application. They're taking applications on Monday at 2 p.m. That's my time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a really cool tournament. I like the way they have this one set up. I did it once. Actually, I had something come up. I went through the first qualifier. I actually think I did a video on that. Something come up. I know what came up. Okay. Yeah. I had one of them things that came up, and I was away for a while. So I didn't get to finish it. However, this was one that I did get into because it's kind of cool. It's match rods and bottom rods. So the three qualifiers, they're all match rods, right? They're at Maku Maku, where are they? Amazon and Braun, right? And basically it's the Bayars, the Pyars, red-bellied Pyars, same fish, silver arowanas. And it's a live bait, so it's either going to be your small minnows, large minnows, finger mullets, all that kind of stuff. The banded raccoons. And for you new guys who are in it, they show two of them here, the doubles, that's the gold. So if you get DLCs, this is the bait you get in the DLCs. You get the doubles. If you buy it, you spend using gold. And basically, the only way you can tell the difference once you buy them is that the icons show just more fish. That's because they're just more fish. You get more bait, but use the gold. You get more per pump, I guess is the way you want to call it that. Anyway, so it's kind of cool. This one here, and it's match rods only. Of course, you can use boats to get around, but everything has to be caught catch from shore, right? So that's the whole tournament there. With all of them, it's all the same thing. But they change it up, so your qualifiers are all match rods. Semi and final is bottom rods, because you're going after the big cats. So we're back on the Moran River here for this one, for the semifinals, but it's different fish and different equipment. So it's catch from shore, bottom rods only, and you're onto the catfish for this guy around. Okay? And the last one, back to Amazon. Live bait, of course, bottom rods. We all know what that means. Yes, Arapaima and Paraba. So that's this tournament in itself. It's kind of cool. I like that one. I bought the DLC. Well, of course, I got all the DLC so I could test the DLC. It actually has a good DLC that goes with it. You can check out my video on this one. It's definitely you get a nice painted up fancy Majesty with it. But nice setup. All right? So, that's what's in the news. All right, Buck, you can turn that off now. Yeah. There we go. Let's talk a little bit about where we're going. Emerald Lake. Emerald Lake. New York. New York. Level 8. That's all you got to be. Level 8 here. Travel and license. $3K to travel. $900 for the license, $3,900 get you there. 12 species of fish. So we're gonna try to get them. Last week we did real well. So far we've been doing good. I'm not out there trying to catch every single fish that you need to come in. As long as I get a walleye, I get a walleye. So we got 12 fish to get here tonight in 2-hour time frame. See if we can do it. So far, so good. We've made it this far. All right. So the fish that we're going after here, have that up there, Buck? No, of course not. But we got black crappie that we're going after. All right, now you want to hunt. You want to hunt these guys with a number 8 to 1/0. Okay. The blunt-nosed minnow, of course, they recommend a number 10. I think we caught him down there on Mudwater. When was it? Mudwater we had the blunt-nosed? Yeah, I think so. Nope. One of those places we had a blunt-nosed after. We caught him with bigger hooks. All right, so you can get these guys with 6, 8, 6. They'll hit on that. But if you must, you must. Go ahead and throw the 10 on there. It'll be all right. I'm not fishing one. We're going to catch them tonight. I think I'm rigged up with a 6 and a 4 on that gear. And that's what we're going to get them with. All right. What else is in there? The chain pickerel, the chain piccalilli. Okay, 2/0 to 5/0 for that guy. Got the common shiner in there, number 8 hook. Number 6 or 4 will get him too. Golden shiner's in there, same deal with him. The grass piccalilli, got that one in there. A little smaller. Number 1 to a 2/0. Number 1s are kind of, to me, a useless one. I mean, I don't mind, I run the 6, 8, 10, 4, 2. If you're going to go that 1, it is so close to it. You might as well just go 1/0 and be done with it. That's just bucks of me. All right. So, Northern Pike's in here. Got Northern Pike, 1/0 to 8/0. Not on this lake, no 8/0. That's for sure. I mean, let's look at it. The Northern Pike isn't even the biggest fish on this lake. The sauger is. The sauger's weighing in at. Actually, he's not. He's not. Actually, now that I think about it, sauger weighs in at like 6 pounds. The chain pickerel, the uni chain pickerel up there, I believe it's 6.8. So our big guy up on this guy's a chain pickerel. Northern Pike is not. He's small. All right, and we got a pumpkin seed up there, number 10 or 6. Anywhere from the 10 to 6, 10, 8, 6. That'll get you that pumpkin seed. You can go as high as 4. They bite on 4. Redfin pickerel's in here. He's a finicky little one. We might have a little trouble with that guy. Every once in a while, Buck has trouble with that one. We'll see if we can get him up out of the lily pads there. Then, of course, we got the sauger. Should be able to grab a couple of them up against the rocks over there where the lake splits. What else did I get them all? Walleye, yellow perch, and of course, Emerald is the home of the infamous, the outstanding pike slasher. We ain't going after him today. That's for sure. Okay, so we got our fish running there. Well, what do you want to catch these guys with? Well, you can either lure fish, or all of them basically, including, I don't know if you're going to catch the blunt-nosed minnow with a lure. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe we ought to try that tonight. I don't know. But we got some baits. Want to make sure you definitely want to make sure you have small minnows, leeches, and night crawlers. Now, we're going to try to catch everything, but basically, Emerald Lake is the first lake that we know that we get to. You got walleye, and you got some good fishkin here. You can make some money here at very low levels. You farm emerald for the walleye. Everybody does it. That make your money when you first get there. You get 8. Get from level 8 up into your 20s on this lake. We never even leave, just farming walleye. That's where you get your first break in the game. Now, you got to get to emerald first. Okay? So, small minnows, leeches, night crawlers. Now, what happens here, though, is the small minnow bite will die off. If you catch a rainy day, small minnows die in the rain for some reason. Your night crawlers, I always switch over. I normally run leeches and small minnows. But like I said, when the rain hits, I change my small minnows over to night crawlers, and it works real well. If you stick with the small minnows, you will see the bite die down in the rain. Everybody says, well, it doesn't Emerald, it's no good in the rain. They even look at the bite charts. For a rainy day, they give you one peak. That's what they're getting at, one peak when they're biting. I guess a lot of people just leave the lake when it's raining. Emerald bites in the rain. I'm not afraid of emerald in the rain. Bring the rain on. I know I'm going to fill my net if the rain comes. Okay, so shiners. Now we got to think about other things other than walleye now. You want to make sure you have shiners with you. Some bloodworms, some redworms, dough balls, semolina. Poppers and tubes work for these guys too. Your poppers, walkers, frog poppers work for these pike species. So those all work. The lures, the hot lures over there, everybody, they get them then. And that's what they record all their stuff with, is that narrow spoon. The purple narrow spoon is the hot thing. The walleye hit on it, the pike hit on it. When I say pike, I'm talking about the chain pickerels and northern pike, anything in that pike family. They're gonna hit on that narrow spoon. They're gonna hit on a casting spoon, of course. Me, I like, and we'll see tonight, because I'm gonna fish a lot. That's what I'm gonna start off with. I like throwing the spinner. I like throwing a spinner out on this waterway with a nice skirt on it. All the pike hit it, walleye hit it. Now the sauger, narrow spoon, might go to the narrow spoon for him. But we're going to try with the spinner with him first. We're just going to see how that spinner works. I have good luck with it, so we'll see what happens. I should have brought a casting rod. Well, maybe I'll throw a casting thing in there the last minute. Casting rod. I like using a casting rod up here just to flop some top lures, a little frog around a little bit. It's always good for a couple of fish anyway. We'll see how that goes, but those all work very well. And as far as the top lures that go, it is the purple. In fact, the top 4 lures are the narrow spoon. It's the purple, the gold, the silver. That's right off the bat. Oh, and the green and white, I had it in my notes here, don't forget, Buck. The green and white, the hallow one. Then for the nighttime one, that green and white one. Another one that works real well. Up here, because they got you fishing at night too. And these walleye, you can go at them at night. Not a problem there. Okay, what else was on the spinners and spoons? Spinners, like I said, spinners, walkers, your nano spoons work. Nano spinners, shads, worms. You can take a regular spinnerbait. I'll probably throw that on at some point tonight. We'll be fishing with that, I'm sure I will. I'll take a spinnerbait and tail that up with a worm. That works real well. All right, sunny days here on Emerald. You get one peak really on the sunny day. You get lasts from 11:30 to 3:30. Now it's a high peak. It gets you up to 11 out of 12. So that's your high peak of the day. Now as far as walleye go, fishing that sunny day, you get a 3 peak around noon, 3 out of 5, and you get a 4 out of 5 around 3 o'clock. So you're better off in the afternoon for the walleye. On cloudy days, like I say, that's a good day here at Emerald. You got a good, nice high peak at 5 in the morning right there, and it runs till 8. It's kind of like a little double peak that runs. You get a real high 12 out of 13 at 5 in the morning. Then at 8 o'clock you get another 10, and then it kind of stays 10, 5 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock it comes back in the afternoon. So 5 and 9 you get 2 more peaks on a cloudy day. As far as the walleye go on a cloudy day, 6, 8, 12, 2, 5, 7. I mean, it's all day long. You can catch. So I'm saying, cloudy day, you're in good shape. Now, rainy day, like I said, I kind of disagree with them a little bit on the rainy days here. They're only showing one good peak, and they say one good peak for the walleye. I disagree. The walleye is more like if you're just fishing walleye, the rainy day is like a cloudy day. You'll get them all day long in spurts. They'll just hit. You just have to have the patience, but you'll fill your net up for sure on a rainy day. Like I said, I throw a couple of barm rods in, with night crawlers and leeches on a rainy day, and then take my lightweight spinning rod and throw either a spinner or an arrow spoon. And 9 times out of 10, that your spinning rod, your arrow spoon will outperform all of your bottom rods put together. You'll catch more fish on that one stick than you catch on your bottom rods that you have out there. That's how my stats go anyway. So keep them out there though. Extra fish, more money. Okay, that covers all that. Oh, you forgot something. Where's that? Yeah, that's it. Tournaments. Tournaments on this wire. 2 tourneys that run through here, and that's the Crappy Valentine and the Winter Pike Tour. So, Live Bait Fiesta doesn't come through Emerald, unfortunately. However, we're going to be hitting that up with a little bit of live bait. Definitely some live bait tonight. Small minnows up. I'm geared up with some small minnows. So, with that being said, let's go ahead, Buck. You can jump over there. Take a look at you here. Uh-oh. After we get rid of that. All right. Inventory. All right. And I'm just taking a little flat bottom. That's all you need for this lake. It's fun fishing out of this thing. I just wish it had a little better, but I know the lake pretty well now. You get what you get with these, with the echo sounder. But it does say advanced. We do have an advanced echo sounder, but this is the top-notch flat bottom. So we're gonna take him along. Keeping my same net because it's about the same thing. 220 pounds is good. That's a lot of fish up here. So you catch a lot of fish to fill that net up. All right, so keeping the same sticks as we went with last week. Got my flipping sticks. Now the only thing different that I changed up here from last week to this week was a little bit of the baits and the hook size. That's kind of all I did. This one here, I'm throwing the semolina. This is my 6-pounder. So it's 6 pound, 6 pound, 6 pound string, number six hook. That one, eating the balls. And of course, I brought that extra light one with me. I just keep it with because I'm probably going to fish with this. So this is the 4-pounder. Short 4-pounder round, number 4 hook on him. Or no, I left the number 2 hook on him. All right, probably number 2. We'll fish with that with this guy here. Omni float. Throw on there. Number 4 on the Omni float. Now, this is my spinning rod. Like I said, I'm running a club spinner. This worked real well last week. Running with the club skirt on her there. So we're gonna run this setup here. This 7.5 pound setup all the way around. So it's 7.5. I think it's what 7.7 and 7.5 here. And this is my value spin. This is my light rate. That's all you need. Okay, and then we got the bottom rods. So they're all set. I think I put 3 odd hooks on everything. Nope, 2 odd hook on this guy. Right here, 3 odd and 3 odd. All right. So, and these are for the walleyes. They say this is a new bait that we have. This is that crawling worm, and they say that it's good for catfish, bullhead, walleye. I used it where? Somewhere there was walleye. Didn't fare too well, so we're going to try her out tonight and just see up here. Because if this thing works for walleye, we should be catching them up here. And of course, I got leeches and small minnows. And that's when we head out after the walleye, that's what we're going to start off with. So, that being said, I think that covers pretty much everything. Emerald's a great little place to fish. I like fishing up here. Like I said, you're going to spend a lot of time in Emerald. Might as well enjoy it. All right. Oh, you never even turned that one on either. Oh, no. We're all right. Okay, guys, that looks pretty good. Let's start. Yeah. Really, only 3. Lovely. All right, folks. That's kind of what you need for Emerald, in my opinion. That'll get the job done. We'll be back at 8 o'clock, and we'll go get the job done. Have some fun while we're doing it. we can get all 12 of these guys up. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember to bump that like button on your way out. I appreciate it. We'll see you later.